Hey, what's going on? So I got these shocks, just got them installed. The towers are not bad. They're easy to put on. They mount from the inside. They come with the pan head washers, just like the WPLs I'll have. The fronts I mounted back at the second hole back here. I had to drill out the, let's see better on that one. I drilled out the inside because this is normally closed. So the shocks actually sit at more of a 45. So they should crawl quite a bit better with that. I've got all metal links are going in next. Same company, I believe, but if you do get these all metal links, you're going to have to get some little washers. I went to Lowe's and got these. They're little brass washers, and they are, let me get the package out. The 4S brass washers. There's 12 in each package. So these washers have to go, the screws here actually fall through the mounts where you have to mount everything. So they have to have a washer on them to keep them from falling through. Now on the shocks, you don't need that because they have the pan heads with the built-in washer on them. So these go in from the back, and then these screw in on the front. And like I said, these are going in at a 45. Be sure you thread the bottoms on because they're only partially threaded, just enough to retain the spring on, so they weren't bottomed out. These aren't too stiff. They're almost what the factories are, just a little softer or a little more firm, which is fine though because I've got the 370 motor in mine with the 2-speed transmission. And then that is a homemade skid plate to keep you from getting hung up because it sits lower. So anyway, they're pretty nice so far. I'm putting on portal axles tomorrow, so I can't really give you a good review yet. But if you are going to use these with the stock plastic, let's get this up on the side. So if you're going to keep the stock plastic sway bar or end links, you're going to have to use a longer screw because the screws provided, you don't get enough to go all the way through here. And you're also going to have to use a little washer or something to close this distance. What I would recommend doing is finding yourself an ink pen, put it down over there, cut it to length. So I've used these for shims before, but anyway, so slide that over here, kind of measure it out, and then cut off the length you need to close the distance. That way your end links aren't bouncing back and forth and they stay in place. And again, another washer here, if you are doing that, would be fantastic. So you would do your, like I said, just a plain old ink pen. Let me get my hand out of the way here. Get this lined up, because you've got a good bit of distance there that's going to have to be closed off. And I would suggest maybe a washer on the back side of here where it meets the plastic as well. So those, I got all the washers in this bag here, about 24 of them just in case. So everywhere the end links are going to mount, you're going to have to do washers and washers. So I'll do that on the end link review though. But yeah, so I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. But yes, you definitely go to, I would definitely say get with the metal end links and do away with this altogether. But they, like I said, they feel nice. They're good and springy. They're not too stiff and they're not too loose. So they're just a little more firm than the standard shocks that come on them. And you can, I don't know how well it shows up, but you can adjust the preload on these. And my camera will focus. There it goes. So it can be adjusted. But so far, they're nice, and I will do a part 2 of this review later on. Thanks.